inside my way.
Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 15 moisturizers. I have a moisturizer for every single skin type, irrespective of if you're dry, normal, combination, oily, anything. So what do I actually look for in a moisturizer? So when I look for a moisturizer, I want something that can prevent moisture loss from my skin, something that can absorb immediately, something that is not sensitizing my skin, and something that is non-comedogenic. Now, I have tried moisturizers from the affordable range, and I have tried moisturizers from the very expensive range as well. So I've tried it all, and over time I've kind of filtered out the moisturizers that I really like and the ingredients that I really like. A quick disclaimer, none of these moisturizers are actually fragrance free as such. I am yet to find those moisturizers that are without fragrance in it. It's just a broad term called fragrance, but you don't really know what is the fragrance in it, how much portion of the fragrance is added in it. Usually they add fragrance even to stabilize other ingredients, to stabilize the product, and sometimes even to mask the odor of the actives that is present in that particular skincare, and also to make it a little more pleasing for people to use it. And because fragrances are present towards the end of the skincare ingredient list, they are present in lower concentration. So now let's get on with the video. Without any particular order, I'm going to just start off with whatever comes in my hand. So now the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Pond's Light Moisturizer. Now this is mentioned as a light feel moisturizer, which I feel is very true. It's not oily on the skin. It absorbs very quickly, and it does provide a certain amount of moisture to the skin. Now I would definitely recommend this moisturizer for people with sort of like normal to oily skin. If you are of a normal skin type and you're planning to wear this underneath makeup, this is not like very moisturizing for people with normal skin. But for people with oily skin, I think this is really good. It's not very greasy looking on the skin. It does contain, again, fragrance like I mentioned, but it also does contain mineral oil. Sixth ingredient in this is mineral oil, and the last but one ingredient is also mineral oil in this. So what mineral oil does is that it does give you that moist effect to your skin, and almost feels like you are sealing the moisture onto your skin. But in the long term, it does tend to dry your skin out. Like continuous usage can have varying effects to the way your skin reacts to it. So with this, I would recommend use it, but don't use it like your holy grail moisturizer, like on a regular basis. I'm telling this with any skincare product. Every once in a while, switch out your skincare product and then come back to it. Don't always use it, in a ritualistic way of using it every single day, in the morning and night. Probably give it a break, give your skin a break and then start off with it. But yeah, if you are someone who's looking for a very affordable moisturizer, this is something that you would really like, especially if you have like normal to oily skin. It does contain niacinamide in it and a lot of emulsifiers and humectants in it, and it also does come with zinc oxide, which is an insoluble sunscreen filter. So that is like a physical sunscreen ingredient that is present in this. But this one does happen to be very budget friendly, especially for college going people and people who can't really splurge a lot on skincare products as such. You can of course try this one out, but just use it a little sparingly. The next product I'm going to be talking about is the Plum E-Luminence Deep Moisturizing Cream. Now you guys know this one is my absolute favorite moisturizer. I've gone through jars of this. I haven't repurchased it just yet because I have quite a lot of moisturizers in my collection that I don't want to go out and buy something immediately. Now this one I feel like would cater to all skin types, but because it is an e-luminance range, it's more also catered towards people with normal to dry skin. Now if you have normal skin, you would really love this moisturizer. It does almost give like that very smoothing effect on your skin, even though it doesn't have any kind of silicones to it. It also does contain niacinamide in it, and I feel like this one does add a certain amount of radiance to my skin, and just this and a little bit of concealer is also really good for a day-to-day basis, or just this on its own even did the trick for me. So that is the reason this happens to be one of my favorite moisturizers. I've got a lot of people hooked on to this, and I am looking to repurchase this one probably later sometimes in the future, because I do have quite a lot of moisturizers right now and I can't go through everything, and I don't want it to go rancid or anything of that sort. But if you have dry skin, I don't think it's very hydrating for people with very dry skin. But if you do happen to have normal to combination skin type, this will still work for you. I think this is a really good moisturizer in the market, and it doesn't have a very overpowering fragrance to it. It's very nice on the skin, and I really like this moisturizer. This was the second product I tried from Plum, and I was in love with this particular product. Now the next one I want to be talking about is the Cetaphil Daily Advanced Ultra Hydrating Lotion. This is for dry to very dry skin. This is one of my favorite moisturizers, again from the very affordable range. Now Cetaphil has products for different skin types as well. So this is for dry to very dry skin. If you have oily skin, I think they have something for you as well. So if you don't want to try out the Pond's moisturizer, you can try out the Cetaphil moisturizer. It has pretty good ingredients as well, and I think this one is fragrance free. I can't really see the fragrance ingredient in this, and this one is pretty hydrating on my skin, but it doesn't look very greasy and oily. So I use this for my face and body sometimes, especially when I have eczema and my hands are feeling really dry and itchy. I tend to use this one. Now, a dermatologist that I had been to in the past had actually recommended Cetaphil products to me. I'm not sure if all dermatologists do that. I don't know if it is dermatologist approved or anything of that sort. I had a lot of like acne issues in my teen years, and that's how I first found out Cetaphil products. And ever since then, I always try out their cleansers and their moisturizers and stuff like that, because I find it to be very, very gentle on the skin. And this one is fragrance free, non-greasy and non-comedogenic. So if you are someone who has pretty sensitive skin, you can try this one out. It doesn't break the bank. It's not too expensive, and I really like this particular moisturizer. Now the next one I'm going to be talking about is the Neemly Argan and Rose Day Cream. Now this one does come with a lot of good ingredients as well. I will leave it on the screen right here for you guys to see. And this one is pretty lightweight on the skin, so I feel like this is really nice for people with normal, combination and oily skin type. I've gone through the entire tub. It's gone, but the cap of this is not very, very durable. It broke really fast. So I wish the packaging was made a little more durable than this. This one again, I found it to be really nice underneath makeup as well. And it was pretty hydrating, but not looking very greasy and oily. That would change the way the makeup looked on my skin. I think even if you have very dry skin, I think you can still get away with using this particular moisturizer. My husband uses it. He has very dry skin. I've seen people with all skin types loving this moisturizer. I do really like it. The price tag on this is pretty high. This is 925 rupees for 50 grams of product, but I always buy any skincare or anything on discount, and Neemly products are on a pretty good discount deal on vanitywagon.com. So that's where I got my product from, and I would recommend you guys trying it out from there as well. The next one I want to be talking about is comparatively affordable. This one is the Requil Ceramide and Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizer for normal to dry skin. This is non-comedogenic and restores dry to very dry skin. That's how it's recommended, but I wouldn't recommend this for people with very dry skin. This is for people with normal to sort of little bit dryness here and there, but not for people with very, very dry skin. And it does contain ceramide and hyaluronic acid, two really good ingredients for moisturizers to have. This does contain ceramide, which is a barrier repairing ingredient, and it does contain hyaluronic acid, which is a humectant. And this is what the moisturizer looks like. It does appear to be pretty thick, and it is pretty moisturizing as well, as you guys can see. It's not that quickly absorbing type moisturizer. You have to like take your time and rub it in quite well. It does hydrate my skin pretty well, and I really like this moisturizer. For people with very dry skin, again, I wouldn't recommend this, and people with sensitive skin as well. This can break you out. I don't know what ingredient is present in this that can break you out, even though it's mentioned that it's non-comedogenic, but it does give sort of a little bit of texture and bumps on your skin. And you're wondering like, okay, how are you talking about all this? It didn't happen to me. It happened to my husband. We both like sort of test out skincare products together so that we see how it works on both of us. I have sort of normal skin and he has very dry skin. So on him, it kind of broke him out and kind of gave him a lot of texture on his face. So how we test out skincare products is that we don't try out new products all at once. So we usually include a new product into our already existing skincare regime, and that's how we find out if something is breaking us out. So he stopped using this. I still continue to use it. He doesn't find this to be very moisturizing. I find it to be pretty good on my skin type. Just normal, like I mentioned, and occasionally dry. So this occasionally dry thing happens when the weather is very dry and it's like sort of winter times. It happens to me especially like around my smile lines, around my mouth is when I can get very dry, and my forehead. So this was pretty good for me, and I really like the price point of this. The fragrance is not overpowering one bit, and I think a lot of you guys would really like this particular moisturizer. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Faceshop Rice and Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. Now this one is very thick moisturizing cream, and I wanted to try out something different from Faceshop because I am always using a particular moisturizer from Faceshop. I've not tried anything else, so I wanted to try out something a little bit different, and this is what the texture of the moisturizer looks like. It is pretty thick. This is for people with dry to very dry skin and also normal skin type. I do really like it, but if you are of a normal skin type and you don't really like that little bit of oily look on your skin, you might not really like it. I do like it occasionally, especially even underneath makeup, because the makeup looks a little bit dewy on these kind of moisturizers. But if you don't really like that, again, this is something you might not really like. But if you have very dry skin, this is really hydrating on the skin. This one does have fragrance to it. It can be a little bit overpowering at times. Like, it does linger for quite some time, I noticed that, and it does take a little bit of time to absorb into your skin as well. Like, you have to massage this one onto your skin for quite some time. As you guys can see, it's leaving that film to just get completely absorbed. But I really like this moisturizer. The only thing is that I couldn't find the ingredients of this on the jar, and it didn't come with any unique carton where the ingredients would be listed, and everything on this is written in Korean, which I can't understand. I think I should look up on Nykaa or the Faceshop website to find out the ingredients. If I do, I will leave it right here for you guys to check that out. But this one again is pretty reasonable, and you can get it on a good discount deal. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Plum Green Tea Clarity Night Gel. Now, if you guys watched my Plum haul video, you would have seen this in that, and I really like to keep some products in their unique carton. It's not just this Plum, I have some of the other products as well in it. Now this one, when I posted that video, a lot of people with oily skin mentioned how they really like this, and some people with dry skin as well. And this one is very, very lightweight on the skin. This is for gel consistency. So if you have very dry skin and you want like intense hydration, this is not going to give it for you. This is for people with, I think, oily skin, in my opinion. It's very nice. It absorbs instantly. It does hydrate your skin to a certain extent, and it doesn't leave a greasy layer on your skin. So this is amazing for people with combination to oily skin, in my opinion. Or even if you have normal skin, you can of course still try this one out. And this one doesn't have a very overpowering fragrance. It is kind of calming. I felt that when I applied this. I didn't find it to be lingering for too long and something that would give me a headache. I am someone who a lot of fragrances can give me headache. I have frequent headaches as well, so I'm very picky with the fragrances that I am using on my face. This one didn't do that. This is really affordable as well, and you can get this one on a discount whenever there's a discount on Plum products. And this one does contain glycolic acid and licorice extract as well in it. You guys know glycolic acid is a AHA, and licorice extract has skin soothing properties, and it also is effective in improving uneven skin tone, and it does contain green tea, which has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Now the next product I'm going to be talking about is also a green tea balancing cream. This is from Innisfree. This one again, I'm almost like done with this product. I've used it up quite a lot, and this one is again very, very lightweight on the skin, and it does give you a sort of like a very sort of even skin, very smooth looking skin with prolonged usage. I have found that to be the case with this, but this is not for people with, again, dry skin. If you have normal skin or oily skin, you would really like this. But if you have very dry skin and dehydrated skin, this will not give you the hydration you are looking for particularly. But this one is on the pricier side, and I don't think you can find Innisfree at a very reasonable price in India. Most of the times there's no discount on Innisfree products. The next one I'm going to be talking about is again from the very affordable range. This is the Garnier Wrinkle Lift Anti-Aging Cream. Now this one is very, very affordable. This was for 165 rupees, but I don't think I paid that much. I got this on a much lesser price on a discount, and this is what the cream looks like. It's very, very lightweight on the skin, and it does absorb into your skin quite fast. It doesn't leave an oily, greasy residue on your face. So this one again I would recommend for people with dry, normal and combination skin type, or even if you have oily skin. But if you have very dry skin and you're looking for hydration as such, I don't think this is the one for you. This does hydrate my skin to a certain extent if I don't really use makeup on top of this. If I have to use like a full coverage foundation or a more heavier looking foundation, like heavier products, foundation or concealer or anything of the sort, I don't really use these kind of moisturizers underneath it. I have specific moisturizers that I do use underneath foundation, like the Faceshop moisturizer, the Neem moisturizer, and I have some coming up as well, which I really like to use underneath makeup. But this one is on those days where you don't have makeup on your face and you're leaving your skin bare face. I did go through the ingredients of this as well, nothing very alarming. So this is again a pretty good moisturizer in the market that you can try out. Most of the stores in India would hold these moisturizers, and it's very easy to get it off the rack. So it's not something that you have to specifically order online. So yeah, that again is a very budget friendly option. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is this Dermafique moisturizer. This is like a giant tub. I hope you guys can see how big this packaging is. Now this is their Aqua Cloud Hydrating Cream, and this is for all skin types. Now I saw this moisturizer when it was first launched on the Nykaa banner page, and that's how I went to this particular brand, and I was like wondering if it's good or not because there were not many reviews about it. This one is made in India. This is for 899 rupees, but I got this one for 700 rupees or something like that when there was a good discount, and I think this product is always discounted. So firstly, straight up giving you guys a disclaimer, if you are this ingredient police and you are a skincare junkie and you're very particular about ingredients in your skincare, this one is straight off going to set off a lot of alarm bells for you guys. The second ingredient is mineral oil, and it does have glycerin and a lot of other humectants to it, but this also does contain fragrance as well, which is a little bit strong, which I observed, but it didn't linger or anything of the sort. It just vanished right away. And this is what the moisturizing tub looks like. This looks like something that they would use in a salon, like after you finish threading your face or something like that. The packaging and everything is pretty good. And this is what this moisturizer looks like. I would recommend this for people with, I think, very dry to normal skin type. But if you have oily skin, I think this might be a little bit too heavy. Even though the brand claims this one to be for all skin types, I do feel like it is a little bit heavy for people with oily skin. So I would say if you have like normal to very dry skin, you can try this one out. This is what I have on my skin underneath makeup as well, and it's not making my makeup look very dry, and it's not kicking up or anything of that sort. I didn't go really very ham with makeup as well. These days, this is the thing that I like to do. I like to use very little makeup on my face, not too much. So I just go very light-handed with the makeup I use, and I really like that for days when I'm filming and stuff, when I'm particularly at home. So I don't really like to use too much of makeup, but this one is pretty hydrating underneath makeup as well. And yeah, so that's something you guys I think would be interested in, because it's a new brand and a lot of people would be really interested in it. I think so. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is this tiny little one. This is from Clinique. This is a Moisture Surge Gel Cream, and this one was for 890 rupees. This is a very raved about moisturizer, or a very raved about product. You see a lot of YouTubers, Instagrammers talk about this. When I saw this one, I was like, okay, such a tiny tub for 890 rupees. But a little goes a long way with this particular product, and I feel like even though it's a gel consistency, I feel like this would work really well for all skin types. Immediately looks like your skin is very nourished the minute you apply this onto your skin. It doesn't accentuate any dry patches after that. So once you apply this onto your skin, the dryness is tackled quickly, and it looks like you've actually had like a lot of water and you hydrated your skin and stuff like that, whereas you just applied this particular moisturizer on your skin. So I find it to be very moisturizing. I use this underneath makeup as well. It's really hydrating for me. As you guys have seen, I particularly prefer these very cream-based moisturizers, and this is a gel-based moisturizer, but I still do really like this. I find it to be very hydrating on my skin. So I would definitely recommend this for all skin types if you were looking for it. Now, the next one I want to be talking about is this Embryolisse Lait-Creme Concentrate. Now, when they first launched this one in India, I was super excited because I've seen a lot of makeup artists use this particular product. This one is like a 2-in-1 product. This is a moisturizer and a primer. So this works both ways. I really like to use this underneath makeup. Makeup goes on so smooth, does not make my foundation look really dry. Even if you go a little heavy hand with your makeup, this one always takes care of my skin. It's very hydrating. I find it to be like that throughout the day as well. So this has a long-term hydrating effect to your skin, and something that I would highly recommend if you are a makeup artist or you're looking to start building your own kit. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Suganda Calendula Oat Cream. This one contains hemp and shea butter to it as well. This one is a very heavy duty moisturizer. As you guys can see, it's very thick. So this is again for people with very dry skin and also for people with normal skin. If you have combination and oily skin type, stay away from this particular moisturizer. It is really heavy on your skin and it does take a little bit of time to even like sink into your skin as well. And I really like using this again underneath makeup as well. It's very hydrating and has a long-term effect of hydrating as well underneath makeup, and I find this to be very, very nourishing on the skin. So if you have dry skin and you're looking for something from the Indian market that you can try out that won't really clog your pores and break you out, this is something you can try out. Again, made in India, amazing product. The price point again is not too much and a little goes a long way with this particular product. I really enjoy using this one and I highly recommend this if you're living in like colder weathers and during the colder months, and when your skin gets so dry that it almost hurts when you even smile. This one would help you guys a lot. The next product I'm going to be talking about is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, and this contains hyaluronic acid, so it is supposed to moisturize your skin really well. Now this one I would recommend for people with normal to oily skin, not for people with dry skin. This is again a gel based moisturizer. This sinks right into your skin very fast and hydrates your skin to a decent extent. So if you are of a normal skin type or an oily skin type and you're looking to use this underneath makeup as well, it is pretty good. It is very hydrating. Again, when you're using a gel based moisturizer like this, especially if you have normal skin type, don't go ahead with a very heavy foundation, like a full coverage foundation, something that is really matte looking on the skin. It won't really work hand in hand like that. But for people with oily skin, I don't think that should be a problem, and you guys can of course use this underneath like any foundation of your choice. So the last one I'm going to be talking about is the Faceshop Mango Seed Volume Butter for Face. Now this is my second tub of this and I got it during the Faceshop sale, like buy one get one free on the Faceshop website itself. Now this one retails for 2,790, but because we've got two products, I got this for 1,450 rupees, which was a steal because this is my favorite moisturizers, and this is for people with very dry skin and you just want a lot of hydration because it has that mango butter to it. It is so hydrating on the skin. It's a thick cream based moisturizer, absorbs into your skin pretty quickly and also has a slight like glowy dewy effect to your skin as well, which you do get with the Suganda moisturizer as well. Like you can see that little bit of glowiness to your skin. I really enjoy using this moisturizer underneath foundation. So this one you can use any foundation on top, like a more matte foundation as well, something that's very full coverage, and this would still make your base look really nice and hydrated, and it would remain like that almost throughout the day. Some moisturizers are not very long lasting, so if you are not wearing makeup on your face, you can reapply it, probably wash your face and reapply it and use a sunscreen and stuff like that on top of it. But this one remains like that, remains hydrated on your skin for almost the entire day. And so this one I would highly recommend you guys to try out if you suffer from a lot of like dryness on your skin. You want a good moisturizer that keeps your skin moisturized for almost like 6 to 7 hours. This is something that you guys should be trying out. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys about moisturizers. So even though this is about like top 15 moisturizers you guys know about me, I have to tell you guys the details about everything. I can't just go ahead and just keep praising every product. So if there's a slight thing that I have a doubt about, or I'm a little doubtful about something, I will mention it to you guys straight up so that you're aware of it before you go ahead and invest in a certain product, because you're going to spend your hard-earned money on certain products, and I don't want you guys to be like in shock after you get that particular product and then go through the ingredients or use it on your skin and be like, why is this reacting in a different way for me? So do comment down below and let me know what are your favorite moisturizers, and also let me know what other videos you would like to watch. And don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I'll play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, inside.